If you're trying to decide between the Bear Pro and Bear Hybrid mattress, you're in the right place. In today's mattress comparison, we're going to go over the construction, firmness, and feel of these two mattresses. Then we'll decide who the Bear Pro is better for and who the Bear Hybrid is better for. You ready? Let's get started. Before we get started with the key similarities between these two mattresses, make sure you head on over to mattressclarity.com. There you will find in-depth mattress reviews and the best deals on mattresses. Now, the Bear Pro and the Bear Hybrid were made by the same company. That means you can expect the same high-quality construction from these two mattresses, as well as excellent customer support from both. Both the Bear Pro and the Bear Hybrid are going to include the Salient cover, which is in all the Bear mattresses. Bear mattresses are designed for athletes and those who love to exercise. But that doesn't mean you have to be an Olympic gold medal champion in order to experience the muscle recovery and other health benefits of the Salient cover on these two mattresses. A second similarity between the two is that they feature cooling features throughout the layers of their construction. Hot sleepers should have a great night's sleep on either the Bear Hybrid or the Bear Pro. Both the Bear Pro and the Bear Hybrid are going to have excellent body contouring and lumbar support, especially for back sleepers. On to the juicy stuff, the differences between these two mattresses. The Bear Hybrid, true to its name, is a hybrid mattress. That means it includes coils in its construction, whereas the Bear Pro is an all-foam mattress. That's going to make the Bear Hybrid a little bit easier to move around on, while the Bear Pro is going to do a better job at isolating motion. Another difference between the two mattresses is that the Bear Pro is going to provide better pressure relief, making it the optimal choice for side sleepers. Finally, the Bear Pro is going to have a soft memory foam feel, while the Bear Hybrid is going to be a more bouncy and responsive mattress. Before we discuss the construction differences between these two mattresses, I urge you to check out the individual reviews for both the Bear Hybrid and the Bear Pro. There we'll go a little bit more in depth about the construction. Now, the covers of these two mattresses are going to be the exact same. Like I said earlier, they're going to be made of that Salient material. The Salient cover is going to provide muscle recovery and other health benefits that are especially important to athletes and those who love to exercise. It's also a cooling material, so it's going to make the mattress more breathable. Now, while their covers are the same, the comfort layers are going to be different in these two mattresses. The Bear Hybrid has two comfort layers. The first is going to be a soft memory foam that has gel and graphite infusions. The gel and graphite infusions are going to help you sleep cool. Underneath that, you're going to find a smaller transition layer made of dense foam. This foam is going to be a little bit more responsive than the first layer and is going to transition into the support layer. The Bear Pro is also going to have two comfort layers. The first is going to be a copper-infused memory foam. The copper is going to help you sleep cool, similar to the gel and graphite infusions in the Bear Hybrid. Underneath that, you're going to find gel memory foam. It's important to note that both of these layers of memory foam are going to be soft, so you're really going to sink into the Bear Pro mattress. The Bear Hybrid has two support layers. The first is going to be an 8-inch quantum edge coil system. This coil system is going to make the mattress more breathable and add some bounce and responsiveness to the Bear Hybrid. Underneath that, you're going to find a 1-inch layer of high-density poly foam. This is going to add structure and support to the mattress. The Bear Pro has one support layer. It's going to be that same high-density poly foam that you find in the Bear Hybrid. So, what does this all mean? Basically, what you have here are two great mattresses. A key difference is going to be that the Bear Hybrid is a hybrid mattress, so the coils are going to add extra bounce and responsiveness to the mattress. When it comes to durability, they're both going to be extremely durable. However, the Bear Pro might not last as long as the Bear Hybrid because it doesn't have coils in its construction. Nevertheless, you can expect both mattresses to last for many nights to come. When it comes to cooling, again, these are two extremely cool mattresses. They're going to be breathable because they both feature cooling features throughout their construction. However, the Bear Hybrid might be a little bit cooler because it has those coils to help promote airflow. Now let's discuss the firmness and feel of the Bear Pro and the Bear Hybrid. Here at Mattress Clarity, we like to rank the firmness of mattresses on a scale of 1 to 10, with 6.5 being the industry average or medium firm. Both the Bear Hybrid and the Bear Pro are going to come in at a 6.5 out of 10 on the mattress firmness scale. That means you can expect these mattresses to be about average when it comes to firmness. When it comes to feel, these mattresses are very different. While they're both bouncy and responsive, the Bear Hybrid is going to have more bounce to it thanks to the coils. The Bear Pro is going to have more of that slow-moving memory foam feel. You'll sink further into the Bear Pro, while it'll be easier to move around on the Bear Hybrid. So, which mattress is better for back sleepers, side sleepers, and stomach sleepers? Well, the Bear Hybrid is going to be a fantastic choice for back sleepers. Back sleepers will find excellent lumbar support on the Bear mattress. Side sleepers, however, might feel a little bit too much pressure around their hips and shoulders. That's because they'll press a little too far into the Bear Hybrid. Similarly, stomach sleepers might find that the Bear Hybrid is too soft and they could develop lower back pain over time. The Bear Pro will also be a good choice for back sleepers. Back sleepers should feel supported on the Bear Pro, however the Bear Hybrid will offer a little bit more spinal alignment than the Bear Pro does for back sleepers. Side sleepers will love the Bear Pro. Because it is a softer mattress, they're going to find excellent pressure relief around their hips and shoulders. Again, it's a similar story for stomach sleepers on the Bear Pro, and they might find that their hips sink too far into the mattress, giving lower back pain over time. Here at Mattress Clarity, we like to combine our subjective opinion with objective tests, and one of those tests is the pressure map. Watch closely as I lie on my back, stomach, and side, and you'll see everything from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. Pay particular attention when I'm lying on my side, especially to the hips and shoulders. Let's get started. Two key considerations when shopping for a mattress are motion transfer and edge support. These are especially important if you're shopping for a mattress with a partner. When we say motion transfer, what we're talking about is if you're laying on one side of the mattress and your partner's on the other, will you feel them tossing and turning in the middle of the night? The Bear Hybrid has pretty good motion isolation. However, it's important to note that because this is a hybrid mattress, it's a little bit bouncier and there might be more motion transfer than on an all-foam mattress. The Bear Pro, on the other hand, has excellent motion isolation. Because it's made of all foam, it's going to do a good job of isolating motion, so you shouldn't feel your partner moving in the middle of the night. However, because it is a responsive mattress, it might not be as good as a slow-moving, quicksandy memory foam feel. Another key consideration for partners is edge support. Edge support is if you're lying or sitting on the edge of the bed, will you feel secure or like you're going to fall off the mattress? The Bear Hybrid has excellent edge support thanks to the coils in its construction. You should feel secure whether you're sleeping on the edge of the mattress or sitting on the edge of the mattress. The Bear Pro also has decent edge support. You should feel secure when you're lying or sitting down on the mattress. If you bend down to tie your shoe, you might feel a little bit of give from the mattress, but overall pretty good edge support. So, who should get the Bear Hybrid? Well, it's a great choice for those who prefer a bouncy and responsive mattress. It's also a great choice for couples because it'll be easy to move around on during the middle of the night and has excellent edge support. So, who should get the Bear Pro? Well, it is a great option for side sleepers. Side sleepers are going to find excellent pressure relief on the Bear Pro. It also will be a good choice for those who prefer a responsive memory foam feel. Both the Bear Pro and the Bear Hybrid mattresses are bed-in-a-box mattresses. That means they're going to come to your door in a cardboard box. So, how do you unbox them? First off, ask a friend for help. These boxes can be heavy, and you don't want to hurt yourself. Then, bring the box inside and into your bedroom. Open up the top of the box and take out your mattress. Place it on your frame or foundation and slowly, carefully cut through the layers of plastic. You don't want to damage your brand new mattress. Then, give it 24 to 48 hours to off-gas and you should be good to go. Before we wrap up, I wanted to give some additional information about these two mattresses. Because they come from the same company, you're going to experience the same excellent customer support. Both the Bear Hybrid and the Bear Pro also have an 100-night sleep trial, meaning you have plenty of time to try out these mattresses from the comfort of your own home. They're both going to come with a 10-year warranty. Well, that's about it. What you have here are two fantastic mattresses from a wonderful company. Both the Bear Pro and the Bear Hybrid are going to be fantastic choices for those who love to exercise and hot sleepers. The Bear Hybrid is going to have more of a bouncy, responsive feel, while the Bear Pro has more of a responsive memory foam feel. If you want to read more in-depth mattress reviews and get the best deals on the Bear Hybrid and Bear Pro mattresses, head on over to mattressclarity.com. And if you want to see more mattress reviews from us in the future, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel.